can you separate the artist from the man? Can you still listen to Diddy? Can you still listen to R. Kelly? Can you still watch The Cosby Show? Can you still praise Mike Tyson for the history that he's made? Because each of these men have been convicted of sexual assault in some sort of way. Personally, I can.
Absolutely the fuck not. And the fact that people think you can highlights a few things for me. So let's get into it. Welcome back to Pardon Me with P, an edutainment show that celebrates blackness and seeks to answer the question, what the fuck is going on around this bitch?
Girl, what's going on?
And dead ass, what the fuck is going on?
What is going on?
You may be wondering, why in 2024 are folks still advocating for sexual predators? And on the day we find out more about the Diddy perversions, baby, the hit dogs is hollering, and I got a couple of reasons as to why. Before we get into it, how did we even get here? So there's this party promoter based in Detroit, Michigan, who thought that it would be a bright idea to have a party celebrating the greatest hits of R. Kelly.
What's wrong with y'all niggas? What's wrong with you?
On top of being announced on the same day we find out more details about the Diddy case, once the public backlash started to roll in, this party promoter doubled and tripled down, explaining why we should still fuck with R. Kelly.
Huh?
Writing tweets talking about that our grandmas were also victims of sexual violence, but we don't got no problems with that.
Girl.
Excuse me? I don't know why y'all think this, but whataboutisms do not make things right. If anything, it just shows us how shit been fucked up for far too long and we should have been called it out.
I know that's right.
I guess the tweets doubling and tripling down wasn't enough. Of course, the next logical step was to make an Instagram video quadrupling down. But this time, you got a comment section full of two dumb bitches telling each other exactly. Once I go to the comments and see all of the nonsense, I try to leave some knowledge to try to help people get to thinking a different way. Now, based on just what I wrote, I expected my girl to snap on me, but she didn't, so I really don't got no beef with her. But y'all know that I couldn't miss a teachable moment. So let's get into it. Back to the question, why will folks be advocating for sexual predators with such conviction? Well, I have a few ideas. First, and one of the most disheartening things, is that niggas are just not smart. People are not smart. Your brains are not working, the dots are not connecting, and George Bush must pay for his crime.
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
The children have been left behind, and y'all have grown up to be idiots who think that being condemned for sexual violence is the same as, oh no, they're trying to ruin the legacy of all of our black men. Excuse me? Huh? How did you even get to that conclusion? Did you not see the video? Did you not read the court document? You didn't hear about those heinous crimes? Like, be for real. What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't know.
Why should we be more concerned about their legacy than they are?
I don't understand that. I really just can't comprehend it.
I don't know if y'all know it or not, but the whole separate the artist mindset does nothing but normalize these terrible behaviors, so much to the point that y'all forget that there needs to be a separation to begin with. And now you stepping in the name of love, not even realizing that's a sex trafficking ritual.
Ah, what the fuck?
Freaky ass nigga is 69 guy, and you gonna co-sign that? You might need to be down at the courthouse next.
Huh?
I said normalize as if y'all even know what that means. So let's break that down. First, social norms are basically unwritten, unofficial rules that explain how people are supposed to act. For example, social norms tell us things like boys don't cry, or that women should be the nurturing parent, whereas men should be the authoritative parent. The thing about social norms, though, is that they can become very dangerous.
Okay, now wait just 1 second, glasses.
Now, these norms are created gradually, and as more and more people begin to agree and accept certain things. In words y'all can understand, basically, the more and more people who have conversations around separating the art from the artist, or what about when so-and-so did the same thing, and as more and more people start to think those things are right, it will become an expectation of us to be more lenient towards these harmful behaviors. And that's the problem I got, because this does nothing but make sweeping things under the rug more acceptable. And we all know how y'all got a problem with that.
Bro, y'all niggas sick as fuck, and that's exactly why I attack y'all niggas like that.
Now, I get it. Families might choose to sweep things under the rug for several reasons, whether it's from shame or stigma, preservation of the family unit, or just from the cultural or generational norms that you have. There are many reasons why folks might do this, but the impact is never beneficial.
It was all a lie.
It seems that sweeping things under the rug is very prevalent in our community, especially around sexual violence.
Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit. Same old fucking shit.
Research shows that 1 in 10 children are sexually abused before their 18th birthday. 30% of children are abused by family members, where as many as 60% of children are abused by people that the family trusts. Now, about 35% of the victims are 11 years old or younger. Over 60% of victims experience sexual violence at the hands of an adult. And these are the same adults that y'all welcome into the community, invited to every holiday, brought to birthday parties, stay at the cookouts, stay at the barbecues without any restitution.
Get the fuck on and move around, ho.
You bitches ain't even gonna make sure that they not gonna do the same shit again before they come around. And y'all in the comments giving them passes, talking about that they might have experienced the same thing. Well, if that's the case, they should know not to do it to nobody else.
Little girl.
That's just what I don't understand. You sweeping shit under the rug and not even making sure that the victims are even okay. Nobody's coming from the mindset of the victims, and that's really a problem for me.
Like I'm fed the fuck up.
Just cause you sit with Chester the molester at Thanksgiving dinner does not mean that everybody else got to.
Literally, I can't take this shit no more.
And this brings me to my third point. Some of y'all are holding on to these problematic artists like Diddy and R. Kelly because you see some of yourself or some of the people that you love in the actions that they exhibit.
You figured me out. You got me red-handed.
It's a perfect example of Hit Dog's Hollywood.
It's an evil world we live in.
You can't believe that people got the nerve to condemn these folks for some things that you might have done or some things that you might think you want to do.
I'm trying to see what that be like.
And that's why you in the comment section sounding off, talking about that we must protect black men. Who is these black men protecting?
Who is having that conversation?
Now, something that always gives me a clue as to if I'm on the right side of history or not is just by looking around and seeing the same folks who might think the same way that I think. And let me tell you this, y'all bitches is on the same side as Lil Boosie and Faison Love, okay? I don't know about you, but those are two niggas that I never want to have nothing in common with.
Fuck no.
And meanwhile, all you hoes is hitting the two-step down Love Street on your way to the freak-offs.
What? What's going on? Y'all are going to jail. Period.
You really sitting there, okay with yourself, that you got the same mindset as a nigga like Lil Boosie? Is that okay to you?
Yes.
Well, baby, let me tell you, your brain is fried. Your brain is fried. If you thinking the same way as Lil Boosie and Faison Love, something is really wrong with you and you might need to go get checked out, okay? You see, bitch, I'm in therapy. You might need to be there too, because what the fuck?
Stop it. Get some help.
This brings me to my next point. A lot of the justifications that I've been seeing in the comments just lets me know that y'all want to be white.
Oh, what?
A lot of y'all are upset because folks like Diddy and R. Kelly can't get away with the same shit like some of their white counterparts. And that's very interesting to me. You want to be white. You want to do the things that white folks are able to do. You want to be able to get away with the things that the white folks may be able to get away with. And you really hate the fact that other folks are able to get away with being terrible, harmful people, and you can't believe that you can't get away with it too. You're jealous. You upset. And it's crazy as hell because what you really should be wanting is equity and justice. You should be wanting all people to face consequences for the terrible things that they've done. You should be wanting all people to be held to a higher standard. But instead, y'all are drawing parallels and wanting to be like Woody Allen still sitting at basketball games. Are you kidding me? That's why you upset? That's why you can't let it go because you think you a white bitch? You think you white? You bitches' brains are fried. It just really don't make no sense.
Learn something from this.
What you need to be wanting is what's right, not what's white. And that's the problem I got.
When my mother yells at this, it's because she loves me.
Where are your morals? Where's your concern for the well-being of others?
Where is it?
You bitches are so fried. But that brings me to my last point. Folks taking the side of Diddy and R. Kelly don't respect women. You're male-centered. You're misogynistic and patriarchal. And that goes for the men and women on their side. It's a few things that highlight this for me. If you look at the comments, all of the justifications are never centered on the actual victims and how their well-being is concerned. It's always focused on the perpetrator and them being villainized or the perpetrator being attacked. And that's very interesting because you don't even mention the harm that that person might have inflicted. How can you say that you're gonna keep streaming the music and hope that it all goes to the victims? Do you know the business model? How you know that that's even a possibility? Did the victims tell you that that's what they wanted? Like, what do y'all be talking about? You're making up shit in your head to justify the fact that you want to play this sick ass music. You're dancing to the Pied Piper. Do you know who that is? You might want to do your research, baby. It just don't make no sense that y'all are so committed to being held strong to that.
Are you done?
Something else that's very interesting to me is that women in the comments coddling these abusers and like trying to give them grace for the harm that they have caused, as if you probably wouldn't be a victim next.
Now check that.
Why don't people try to put yourself in the victim shoes? Why don't people try to think about, okay, what if this happened to my sister? What if this happened to somebody that I know? How would I feel then? Do y'all even think about the people in your own lives who might have gone through things like this and they have to see you advocating for niggas that abuse folks for a living? How do you think that that's making them feel?
Since you got your degree and you know every fucking thing.
But listen, I'm not even gonna hold you. When I went to the comment section and saw who was talking that talk, I was not surprised.
Just as I thought.
You can just look at somebody and tell when they fuck with R. Kelly or when they fuck with Diddy. Like, they all got that certain look. They look like all they watch is Tubi movies. They love Zeus Network. They probably want to audition to get on the shows. They be at the clubs with the liquor bottle sitting on top of their heads. They go to Miami to get BBLs and they go to the DR to get veneers. They be the ones snapping on the waitresses at the restaurants for no reason. Cash App is their main bank account. Like, you can always tell. Instagram filters are in abundance, okay? Every photo, they got the picture face on sucked tight. Like, come on, they stuffed in the clothes. Like, you can just tell the edges are smooth, but they might be a little crusty. Like, you can just always tell folks who might have a certain mindset. They be wearing Fashion Nova clothes, but then put the Chanel brooch on and talk about highs and lows. You could just always tell when somebody is thinking some crazy shit, like it's just seeping out of them, right? So I wasn't surprised.
Well,
don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that nothing is wrong with none of that stuff. I might like some of that stuff myself personally, but all I'm saying is all you bitches got a certain look. You could just always tell. Like, it's just always something.
I'm something, bitch.
At the end of the day, folks can come to their own conclusion about this whole situation, but I implore you to open up your mind and ask yourself, why do you think the things that you do? Why is that? And you might be surprised to find out that your motherfucking brain is fried. Toodles.
pardon me.